Welcome back to the channel, you guys. See this trade with FX. So I want to share with you how I was able to carry this sweet trade on the US oil. At first, I analyzed this US oil from the higher time frame, but the weekly time frame. I was just trying to understand what exactly is happening on the US oil. So let's just go to the time frame so I can explain how I was able to catch that sweet trade. All right. So first, when I come to the weekly time frame, I could spot some key levels playing out on USOIL on the weekly time frame, which I just marked them out like this. And this was the first one I saw. Like, okay, this is exactly what is happening on USOIL. I want to know what's happening on USOIL. So I also saw this at this bottom here. So these are just the major two key levels I plotted out on USOIL. And I could see that presently USOIL is sitting on this level, which means USOIL come back to this level might not have a little push up back. But you have to understand that this is weekly time frame. It's going to take a lot of weeks for it to happen. So I don't need to trade the very long setup. I can just catch the smallest one, which possible I can catch on this particular trade. And so what I did, it made I analyze and understand exactly what is happening on the weekly time frame here. I scroll straight to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, for that day, I came to analyze the chart. I think price was around somewhere in this middle, and I was just observing the chart, what exactly is happening on this chart. But I knew I want to buy to this area. Then I scroll to the 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, that's where it gets more juicy. At that particular day, price was sitting around here. This particular one, if you can watch my last post here, I can put the picture somewhere. This corner price was sitting at this particular green candle, which I just label this place a liquidity zone, which I say the price needs to come down and take out this liquidity. And where exactly I'll be interested in taking this trade is this same other block we have here, this last other block here. So I can just delete this weekly zone so that you can see it very well. So you can see this was the other block here on the 4 hour. The whole of this candle here, that was the other block. I was I, I was interested in getting into trade. So after which then price was went up. Then the next day, that particular day, price didn't come to my entry. The next day, price spiked down, took out this liquidity. And I was still more interested in getting this trade here. And price took off this liquidity here. And price started shooting up. I was like, oh, price left me behind. I take another screenshot. So you can see the screenshot there. I took another screenshot that, well, I would have chased price if I didn't understand what I was doing, what I was looking for. I would have chased price that maybe price is not coming since that's liquidity. But I still understand clearly that this is the only area that price needs to give me the confirmation for me to get in this trade, this particular zone here. And you can see price spiked up, immediately spiked up, then went by, came to this point here, what put in another double top. So which was this was the second day, price put in another double top here, which become another liquidity area for price. So one of my students asked me when price was coming down back here, it actually marked out somewhere around this region here, marked out somewhere around this region here that that's where we'll be getting in this trade. I think he used the 15 minutes time frame, and I told him no, price is still coming back to this same zone I sent the other day that we will be buying from. Price is still coming back there. Don't worry. Then that's same day price started sparking down, sparking down. I think around night, if you have to check this, so this was I think 12 o'clock, market close, price spiked down into this area, then tapped us in, stop loss here, and the price went, came back again, give entry. But notwithstanding, what I'm trying to explain here is even though at this particular point we're not able to catch this trade, why price was going about going again, it dropped this particular other block here again, and you can see it taps into it again for another confirmation entry before it left. So this was I was able to cash this trade because I analyzed from the higher time frame. So presently on, I know what price does is there's liquidity gathering here. Price has taken out this liquidity, tapped us in. Once price took out liquidity at downside, it's also what went for the liquidity at the high side. So ideally, before my target was sitting around somewhere here, but the moment I saw price putting in a double top here, I just extended the target all the way back to this high. So I extended my target, making it negative for 1 to 8. I think it was 1 to 6 before, 1 to 7 before. So the moment I saw that price created liquidity, I know price needs to get that liquidity, so I just extended the target to this particular area here. So you can see this as well the screenshot here, and what price went and delivered to 40p one is sort of 1 to 8. So presently on this chart, if I'm to analyze this chart and tell you exactly what is going to happen next on the USOIL, I'm going to tell you that USOIL is going to be bearish. Yeah, I'm going to tell you that USOIL is going to be bearish for some couple weeks to come now. So which is exactly what you can see here. You can see immediately price gets here, it taps into this zone. So I have to draw this zone here. I'm trying to check. Okay. So if you use this last other block that was here with all of this, So you'll see that it's like a few pips to tap into it, then started bleeding down. All right. This is 4 hour drawing to the 4 hours level. So which what I'm expecting next week is now this other block that is down here might not be valid. Price might now what needs to push back to this other block here. Yes, price has tapped into this one, give us that FTP. Now, price is going to be dropping from this high all the way back to this other block here. This is what I'm expecting on for USOIL this coming week. And this is how you can trade this. So if I go to the 1 hour time frame, so this is on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we are quite bearish already on the 1 hour time frame. We are quite bearish, all right. But this is, if I check the main area where we can use to get in this particular trade on the 1 hour time frame, you can see there's a lot of wicks there. So that's like a supply area. So I'm just going to mark the whole of that zone like this. And you can see this is even the last red candle that is sitting there. So I'm going to put it there. So I will actually like price to tap back into that zone. So what I would like is I would like price to push up back here. So no matter where price drops, the price might tap into this other block that's sitting down here, then went back up here, which is going to take out this structure. Then we may have something like this, then price might drop what further all the way to the downside. So this is exactly what. So now this particular area here, it's the wicks of the candle that is going to spark and wick display. Then the wicks return back to this to this back bottom here. So when the wick spike above here, touch this area here, then the wick will return, create another block where we can use to enter the trade at this spike here, and price will go back there, tap us with the other block, and then we can have a clear push down all the way to this top bottom here. So that is what I'm expecting for the coming week. So I can delete this one so that just remaining neat. But I'm going to leave this one here. Price is going to come out, take out this one here, this lows that is gathering here, and tapped into this zone. So which this trade from this area here where we are going to be shorting, we might have a rich word of we have entry there, stop loss somewhere around here, and my target all the way down here. So which is going to be a risk reward of 1 to 7 on this trade. So this is exactly what I'm expecting on US oil. So I'm going to be shorting the US oil in the coming week. But first, we need to see some nice pushback there before we can actually get a bearish move. And if I have to go to gold, let's see exactly what gold is doing. It's been a long time and I last gold on this channel. So looking at what gold is doing here, let me go to the daily time frame first. So I need to understand. Okay, looking at from the daily time frame, this was a nice push here. Price tap into this area, then pushed up. After which price pushed up from this area, they had a nice push from this area all the way to this high. You'll see that price came back into the golden zone and started pushing up higher again. So we might actually be expecting more bullish move to the upside on gold, maybe all the way to this green bar here, sitting on about 4655. So this particular high here. So then let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see how we can actually get in this trade. All right. So getting in this trade on the daily time frame. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame, I cannot really see an entry. Let me just delete the Fibonacci. So I cannot really see an entry on the 4 hour time frame. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what exactly what good is saying. So on the 1 hour time frame, it's still looking very good. So what I'm seeing on the 1 hour time frame here is, I think we have this other block here. So which gold might what tapped into this other block here? Might have a nice tap here, then gold might retreat back to somewhere here, then before the break above. So this is what might happen on gold in the coming week. And if we try to check, gold is like gold is trading with the trend line. So in the trend, as you can see there, that's the trend line. So you can see this. I connected this one with this one, then did the third touch here. So you can see gold might just push back here. And if you look at the way gold is moving, if you look at the way the price action is moving, judging from this area, so now let me explain something here. Judging from this area, you see that gold created the first touch here, gold created the first touch here, then gather a little weeks above inside, then what came back for the second touch here, which means taking out this low that was here, giving a double base here. So if you look at this area to here, we have the one here, the first one here, so also created the same similar inside like this. So once you tap here, it might also come back for the second one. So this is how you can actually study price action, the way price action move and the way it reacts. All right. So I'm going to just going to be deleting. Okay. So this way price action move and the way it acts. So once it tap into here, then we can see good bleed all the way to this high. Yes. And looking at this particular zone here to as well, this is the trend line. So I just explained this trend line strategy here. And if you try to look at this point here to as well, this an area. So let me delete this so that we can see what I'm trying to explain here. So we can see this area here. Gold came all the way down here. So you go see what I did here was I connected this one with this one, then I drag it forward. So let me just correct it very well. So this one to this one, then I drag it forward. So you can see it touch it here. And at this point, what gold was break above it. So this was a clear breaking above, touch it here. Then what break above. So we might not be expecting a retest of this particular zone here. So we might be expecting a retest. So once gold price push back there, and you know price is moving wave. So at that time, price might be somewhere around here. It might push forward to somewhere here. So, but actually, good. We test come and test this trend line. A nice break above the gold might not want to come and test it. Now, how do you want to get in the trade? Just use the normal strategy we use, the other block SMC strategy. So this is where you use the SMC strategy. It was the area you can use to get in the trade. You can see that was a nice other block sitting down there. This kind of other block, I think I'll make a video on how you can trade. I think I made a video on how you can trade this Morningstar strategy. So this actually Morningstar, we have a bearish candle and this your candle down and go V closing above them. So this is a Morningstar strategy. And once you see this Morningstar, one price goes always tapping back into it before it moves. Actually, when it break above it there, all this tap was a nice tap into it. But I think gold might be coming once again, tap into it to respect this zone. Then you might have that push up all the way to the high side. And this is actually going to be a very sweet trade because this is around maybe let me if I try to calculate the pips. So let just pardon me, let me look for the tools that calculate pips. So from this low here all the way to this side, so we can see that that's about 2000 pips sitting around there. All right. So that's around 2000 pips sitting around there. That's actually 1900 pips. So for gold from this area all the way to this high. So which I might be expecting for just excuse me. So which what am I be expecting for good in this coming week? So I'm just be expecting a nice pushback here then for the continuation. So that will be a double entry for us on good. All right. So and which black line is actually this? Let me check. I'm trying to check. Okay. So I just the back line, so I can delete that. So and you can also see that it's also in line with the SMC strategy. So this was the break of structure here. Good pullback. Then what continues? But actually, this pattern I just drug out. I think this pattern looks like the peanut pattern. This particularly pattern look like the peanut pattern. So if you're familiar with price action, you have noticed this pattern, this peanut pattern playing out here. And once peanut pattern, what peanut pattern used to do, which I know peanut pattern for is once it break out, it's always come back. Once it push higher, it always come back to test that same area before it move out. Peanut pattern always do that. And also very so much value with the SMC strategy. So this is just my own expectation on gold. This is what I'll be expecting on gold this coming week. So you can watch this video and learn one or two from it. And here we come to the end of the video. If you find this video helpful, you want to smash the subscribe button, drop a like, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you don't stay how later when I drop some content like this. And I catch you in the next video. Peace out.